This is day 13 of making one YouTube video every single day until I make my first $1,000 from this YouTube channel. Currently, we're at 981 subscribers. So that means we're only, 19 subscribers away from hitting the goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. So that's awesome. However, YouTube also requires that you hit 4,000 hours of watch time in order to get monetized. For that, I'm only at around 100 hours of watch time. So I have about 3,900 hours to go for that. I know it sounds like a lot, but there are some things that I have planned to hopefully speed that process along of hitting that goal. And so I'm going to be making a YouTube video every single day all the way up until we get monetized and when I make my first $1,000. And I'm going to keep you guys updated every step of the way. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button because you won't want to miss it. If you're new here, my name is Spencer Weber, and I've been running my own business for the last 3 years now. I also made this YouTube channel so I can share what it's like to run your own business. I'm going to be sharing all of the ins and outs of starting and growing my business, so that way you guys can have a realistic perspective of what doing that is like. I'm going to be talking about things like business, money, investing, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. So if any of that interests you, be sure to follow along. Before we go further into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of those that have subscribed and commented and shared your feedback. It really means a lot to me, and it helps me and my channel to grow, and it wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you. I'm going to strive to make these videos better and better as time goes on. And so if you start from the very beginning and watch all the way up until now, then I hope you will see that I've been trying to improve on some things and to make each video a little bit better than the last one. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing some thoughts about a problem that I'm kind of going through right now in my business. And that problem, it's kind of good, but kind of bad. The problem is that my work is starting to feel a little mundane. For any of you out there that are like 50 years old and you've been working the same job for 30 years, my hat goes off to you because I've only been doing what I've been doing for 3 years now. And even now, it feels like I've done it a million times. And some days it just gets kind of old. And so I was just going to share my thoughts about how to combat the mundane and how to try and keep things interesting while still doing the same thing every single day. So whether you're an employee or whether you run your own business like me, after you do the same job for quite a while, it might start to feel mundane. I've been doing my business for 3 years. And so for that, I've been buying and selling couches. So in the last 3 years, I have bought and sold over 1,500 couches. So if you do the math, that is more than one couch a day, every single day for the last 3+ years. And so some days I just get to the point where it just feels kind of boring and mundane, and I feel like I can kind of do it in my sleep, which is kind of nice, but then I also want something exciting and new. I'm sure it's normal to have those thoughts, but I feel like a lot of times you have to kind of push past that, because the people that see the most success in what they're doing, they get obsessed with the details and they get so good at the process of what they do. And part of that is just because they have done so many reps with their particular work. And if you feel like you're starting to get bored of what you're doing, maybe that's partly good because it means that you probably know how to do it pretty well. You've probably done it a lot, but that should also kind of set an alarm off in your head to remind you to constantly be looking for ways to grow and improve, because there always is more that you can do. And so with what I'm doing, for example, I noticed that it was starting to feel a little mundane, but I decided to buckle down and to focus even harder on doing what I know how to do and what I know works. And as I continue to do that, I will just be more and more successful with what I'm doing. And there's also little things along the way that I can do a little differently to create some excitement and variety. And so those are my thoughts for today. I don't know if any of you out there feel like that, but I've been feeling like that lately. And so it's been kind of nice to make these YouTube videos just to throw in some variety into my day. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow along, and I'm going to keep you guys updated every step of the way as I continue to grow this YouTube channel. I'm also going to update you on growing my business and everything in between. So be sure to follow along, and we'll see you again tomorrow.